A new era in the Premier League. In the 21st century, clubs have spent billions of pounds not only on transfers, but also on building and modernising stadiums, though not every team with a new ground is still playing in the top flight. In this video, we'll take a closer look at 13 stadiums of clubs that have featured in the Premier League on grounds opened in this century, exploring their stories and significance. Let's get started. StadiumDB.com presents Premier League stadiums opened in the 21st century. Vitality Stadium, capacity 11,307, AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth's ground had been modernised since the 1970s, but it was only in 2001 that it underwent a full redevelopment. The pitch was rotated 90 degrees and moved further from nearby housing, with an initial capacity of 9,600. The new venue opened on 10th November 2001 against Wrexham, under the commercial name Fitness First Stadium. In 2005, the missing south stand was added, raising capacity to 11,286. A new redevelopment is planned, including a modular south stand, more accessible seating, upgraded hospitality areas, and future expansion of the east and north stands. Gtech Community Stadium, capacity 17,250, Brentford FC. Brentford had long searched for a new home, considering Feltham Arenas and a project near Kew Bridge. The breakthrough came in 2012, when the club purchased land at Lionel Road. Planning permission was granted in 2013, and construction began in 2017. Surrounded by railway lines, the project required adjustments, reducing capacity to 17,250. The £71 million stadium was completed in August 2020, with the first game, a friendly against Oxford United, played on the 1st of September. The new stadium replaced the iconic Griffin Park, Brentford's home for 116 years. Swansea.com Stadium, capacity 21,000, Swansea City. The Swansea.com Stadium, originally known as the Liberty Stadium, was built between 2003 and 2005 to replace the aging Vetch Field. Located on the site of the former Morpher Athletics Stadium, the project cost just over £25 million and created the first purpose-built home for both Swansea City and the Ospreys rugby team. Designed as a modern, all-seater venue with excellent sightlines, it opened on the 10th of July 2005 with a match against Fulham. With a capacity of just over 21,000, it remains one of the largest stadiums in Wales outside Cardiff. MKM Stadium, capacity 25,586, Hull City. The MKM Stadium, originally known as the KC Stadium, was completed in 2002 to replace Hull City's long-time home at Booth Ferry Park. Built on land in West Park, just west of the city centre, it was funded by Hull City Council at a cost of about £44 million. Designed as a multi-use venue, it became home not only to Hull City, but also to rugby league side Hull FC. The stadium features a continuous bowl of seating with a second tier on the west stand. Officially opened in December 2002, it quickly became one of the city's landmarks, with future plans considering expansion towards 34,000 seats. American Express Stadium, capacity 31,876, Brighton and Hove, Albion. After selling Goldstone ground, Brighton spent years playing away from the city, including at Gillingham and the temporary Withdean Stadium. Plans for a new ground at Falmer faced delays, gaining final approval only in 2007 after appeals and protests over its location near the South Downs. Designed by KSS, the stadium featured organic forms blending into the landscape. Construction began in 2008, and American Express was announced as the naming sponsor in 2010. Costing £92 million, the stadium was completed in June 2011. Its rapid success led to expansion beyond 30,000 capacity the following season. King Power Stadium, capacity 32,261, Leicester City. The King Power Stadium, originally known as the Walkers Stadium, was built between 2001 and 2002 on the Freeman's Wharf site, only a few hundred meters from the old Filbert Street ground. The stadium was officially opened on the 23rd of July 2002, with the first match played against Athletic Bilbao in early August. In 2011, it was renamed after the club's owners, King Power. Leicester later began work on expansion plans, and in 2023, the redevelopment received approval, aiming to raise capacity to about 40,000. We haven't even reached the 50,000-seat stadiums yet, and there are already nearly twice as many of you on this channel. Subscribe so we can reach 100,000 together. St Mary's Stadium, capacity 32,384, Southampton. St Mary's Stadium was built between 1999 and 2001 to replace the Dell, Southampton's famous but cramped ground that could hold only around 15,000. Constructed on a former gasworks site close to the city centre, the £32 million project created a modern, four-stand arena designed by the Miller Partnership. The stadium opened in August 2001, with a friendly against Espanyol marking the first game. Its name reflects the club's roots, as Southampton was founded by members of St Mary's Church. The move to St Mary's provided Southampton with one of the largest club stadiums in southern England outside London. Cardiff City Stadium, capacity 33,280, Cardiff City. Cardiff City Stadium was built between 2007 and 2009 on the site of the old Cardiff Athletics Stadium in Leckwith. Costing around £48 million, it was part of a wider redevelopment scheme in the area. The new ground replaced Ninian Park, which had been Cardiff City's home since 1910. Officially opened on 22nd July 2009 with a friendly against Reading, it originally seated around 28,000. In 2014, the redevelopment of the Ninian Stand increased capacity to 33,280. Today, the stadium serves both Cardiff City and the Welsh national team, while also forming part of a larger complex that includes retail and leisure facilities. Hill Dickinson Stadium, capacity 52,769, Everton FC. Everton had pursued a new stadium since the 90s, considering schemes at King's Dock, Kirkby, and Walton Hall Park. In 2017, the club selected Bramley-Moore Dock, with architecture by Dan Mace and BDP Patton. Construction began in 2021, with the dock infilled and foundations installed. The design combines a brick lower base echoing dockland warehouses with a sleek metallic upper tier. The 52,769-seat stadium features a south stand for 14,000 fans. Costing £800 million, the privately financed project was completed in early 2025. The first match in the Premier League was played on 24 August 2025, when Everton defeated Brighton 2-0, marking the start of a new era at the waterfront. Emirates Stadium, capacity 60,704, Arsenal. Arsenal left Highbury after Taylor report restrictions reduced its capacity. Attempts to play at Wembley proved unsustainable, leading to the selection of Ashburton Grove in 1999, just 450 metres from Highbury. Despite local protests, planning permission was granted in 2002. Financing was difficult, with a £100 million deal with Emirates proving decisive. The £390 million project was designed by Populous and built by Sir Robert McAlpine. The first match was Dennis Bergkamp's testimonial in July 2006, followed by the official opening in October with Prince Philip in attendance. The Emirates became Arsenal's permanent home and one of England's most modern football venues. Etihad Stadium, capacity 61,958, Manchester City. Originally built for the 2002 Commonwealth Games, the venue was later converted into a football stadium for Manchester City, who moved in the following year. Since then, the ground has undergone a series of major redevelopments. The South Stand was expanded in 2015, lifting capacity beyond 53,000, while the ongoing North Stand project will create a new two-tier structure, further raising the total to around 62,000 seats. Alongside the seating expansion, the plans also include a covered fan zone, hotel, and additional facilities, turning the Etihad into a modern sports and entertainment hub designed to meet the club's long-term ambitions on and off the pitch. London Stadium, capacity 62,500, West Ham United. Built as the centrepiece of the 2012 London Olympics, the Stratford Stadium was designed by Populous as a lightweight, modular venue for 80,000 spectators with a temporary upper tier. Construction began in 2008 and finished in 2011. After the games, it was redeveloped for football. The trackside stands were reconfigured and a new roof was installed. Since 2016, it has been home to West Ham United with a capacity of 62,500. The project cost hundreds of millions, but remains a symbol of the post-Olympic regeneration of East London and one of the largest multi-use stadiums in the UK. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Capacity 62,850. Tottenham Hotspur. White Hart Lane had become too small, and after losing out on the Olympic Stadium, Spurs committed to their own development. In 2013, Populous unveiled plans with a retractable NFL pitch and a vast single-tier south stand for 17,000 fans. Construction began in 2015, with Spurs temporarily relocating to Wembley. The design features a steel and aluminium facade, extensive glazing, and the 65-meter goal line bar, the longest in Europe. Seating is close to the pitch for an intense atmosphere. Originally scheduled for 2018, the project was concluded on the 3rd of April 2019, when Spurs beat Crystal Palace 2-0 in the Premier League. Which Premier League club should be the next to build a new stadium? Join the discussion in the comments while we get back to creating more videos. See you there!